In today's video, off to a relaxing start. Very good morning from Heathrow. It's just past 7 in the morning. Let's tease it a little bit. Heading to the check-in, and it's already very busy here at the Star Lines area. Morning to Singapore. A last look over the people that didn't make it into first class lounge today. Don't worry, most of the time when I'm traveling, I'm sitting just there. Nothing to be ashamed of. But today, it's first class all the way. Making my way to the lounge, which is at gate B36. I guess that's also where my flight will be later on, at least very close. Go. That's like in the subway, right? Cool.
Caution, you are.
Still 9 minutes. That's a pretty long walk. Still heading up. All this walking possibly makes it look like I'm really complaining. It isn't really. Of course I know Heathrow is a massive airport and I don't mind walking. I think it also avoids my legs from hurting after a long flight, although a first class seat helps out as well. Morning.
Scan your boarding pass.
Just a scan, please.
Yes.
Perfect. Just first class will be just that way, sir.
Okay.
Just this. I'll just open it. And we'll call your flight later.
Okay. Let's find a place near one of the huge windows for some views. It's pretty quiet here, but I still want to sit somewhere in a corner with my own table and more than enough space so I don't bother others. Construction going on just outside here, basically everywhere, so not too much close-ups of planes taxiing here, I suppose. But there are gates directly left and right of here, still far better than no view. I sat myself down conveniently close to the wine and champagne collection. There were baskets of chilled champagnes like Laurent Perrier Brut and the Roger Brut with a Prosecco tucked away at the back there. For me, it was time to head over to the pretty extensive breakfast selection to kick off the day with a simple yogurt topped off with a wealth of muesli compared to the serving size. How quiet is it really? Well, have a look around. Scattered over this well-partitioned lounge are a dozen or so people. But I will also avoid recording them as much as possible while I stealthily move around and make some short video clips. I even used the silent shutter mode for pictures. While I had an early morning champagne, it was around 8 in the morning, I didn't have any a la carte meal here, as I still had a long flight ahead of me all the way to Singapore. Stuffing myself here would probably mean I dozed off soon after departure, and that's what I wanted to prevent at all costs, even if that meant skipping some a la carte breakfast option in this first class lounge. I was told that I would basically be picked up when it was time to board, but there are also a few flight information displays around here. I also guesstimated that the pickup would only be around the time that boarding has already commenced, so this first class passenger can stay in the lounge for just a little bit longer. That's not really what I want though. I'd rather board early so I can figure out the things to film later on during the flight. By the way, here is some more liquor for those that need it to get the day going. I certainly don't. So it's just for illustration purposes here. My little breakfast yogurt with champagne was enough alcohol. At least until boarding, which was less than an hour away. There's even a more private area than the one I was sitting in earlier. At the far end of this first class lounge are a number of working pods, each with their little lights, power outlets and fluffy pillow. There are also a few small room type areas with one big chair that you can use to doze off. If you use these, you have to trust staff to find you and wake you up before your flight down. Before we are called to boarding, let's have a quick shower. There was absolutely no reason for me to take a shower again this morning, except the fact that I could take one in the first class lounge of Heathrow Airport. Nothing wrong with that though. The shower room is as large, clean and well stocked as you might expect from a first class lounge shower room. A difference I noticed with, for example, the Pier First Class Lounge at Hong Kong Airport is that facilities here for those lesser abled are better than in Asia. There even is a foldable seat in the shower section itself. What's not shown here is that the shower was a proper one with good water pressure and instant warm water. I used some of the available amenities, but the shower was mainly just because I entered the shower room to make a few clips here. Walking out without taking a shower felt a little bit strange. I know probably there wasn't anyone watching, but on the other hand, someone probably was watching, as it's a first class lounge after all. Thank you for watching this video.